Here, Skeeter again. Just a quick project, a last minute gift idea for my granddaughter and one for my husband. My daughter has given my husband money for Christmas, and I didn't want to just put it in a little wallet and little card. My granddaughter's received money off her other grandma as well, so I've done one of those self-closing boxes. How sweet. I have used the foil frenzy, which goes lovely with our new painted with love design series paper, which has got a bit of gold on. It comes in berry burst as well. I had this ribbon tied round something, and I just thought I'd tie it on as a bow. And look, the box still opens with your ribbon on, and I've done a little money holder. So when you fold the notes in half, slide them in, and then it's got to Lola from Nanny Janice. So I'm going to give that to my daughter later, so she can pop the money in there and give it to Lola on Christmas Day. So I'm going to make my husband one as well, off my daughter. I've used the silver foil sheets to do the backing on here, and this is the pool party one. This piece is 1 inch by 7, and I've scored it at 3 and 6, and they're going to just get folded again just to hold the money. And we're going to add some tear and tape because I want it to be secure, and a little disc on the front, and so Amy can write to Paul, love from Amy. Nice, isn't it? Aren't they cute? And just going to reinforce these score lines. I have seen loads of these made, and we used to make these in school. Fabulous projects. We were really chuffed that they didn't need any closure apart from the bottom, really. So I'm just going to add a little bit of tear and tape to this flap, and that's the money wallet bit for holding the cash instead of just throwing it in the little box, I think. And this was great for jewellery and sweets, and yeah, another one for table setting as well. Pop some napkins in and some after dinner mints, and maybe little Christmas cracker jokes. That'd be brilliant, you know, for people that don't really like to pull crackers. You could add little novelty items as well. It'd be fabulous. What a marvellous. And then you can, instead of putting a gift for you, you could write the person's name on each setting. That would be marvellous. Even these would make fabulous little napkin holders instead of cash. So just make sure it's all together. Just squeeze that down. Fabulous, job done. Add a line of fast views through the centre, maybe 2, and then stick that, making sure your line of fast views is going through the centre, and that's to go inside our little box. Isn't that cute? I'm loving this. Love, love, love. And again, I love this sentiment. It just says a gift for you, and it's absolutely amazing. I just love it. Add a little glitz. Perfect. And the project I've got for tonight is I've been making desk tidies. I'm obsessed with desk tidies. So grab the pool party, which is the same as our foil frenzy, and it's a mail card anyway. I think I may have this upside. It doesn't really matter because we're going to attach it. Boom, right there. Isn't that cute? Loving this. Again, we'll move on to the box in a moment. It's just so simple, so adorable, and they would come in handy for gifts all year round. Doesn't have to be just for Christmas. This doesn't have to be just for Christmas. I think this little die, this add a little glitz. Obviously, you can always take out May Your Season and just type the sparkle, but this would be ideal. You don't have to have the little Christmas trees, or you can have the stars, the sparkle, this, any present, and just emit these 2 for Christmas, for a normal everyday present. So there is the gift tag that's going on. I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back, ready for later. And we can move on to this beautiful box. absolutely adorable. So they're ready to go for later. So you're going to need a piece of designer series paper or even cardstock, 8.5 by 6. I suppose you could condense them down and make small ones if you wanted to do a little box for earrings maybe, but I'm doing this size. I think it's great. You're going to need your score tool and you're going to need a ruler as well. So taking the smallest bit, always, if you're going to do this for these crisp lines, score on the outside, on top of the actual designer series paper, because this is it's not double-sided. You don't want to score this side because when you pull and bend through, it will break the fibres that way. So keep it to this side, and we are going to score at 4 and 8 on the long side. We are going to turn back shortly to the long side, but first of all, we're going to always keep this tab at the bottom and to the right, and then you're going to score at 1 inch and 5 inch. So that tab, the little tabs are at the bottom. You can see where I've scored it. And now keep them on the right hand side. And at 2 inches, you're going to score down to the score line. Only that first score line, don't go any further. And at 6, do the same. Just down to that score line. Perfect. So I'll show you this way, maybe it looks better. So you've got those little tabs we're going to remove and then miter these ends. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the bottom of your box closure. This is the top, so we're going to snip up there. But first we're going to score from there to there and from there to there. So you need your ruler for this. And you need to do it on the shiny side. I'm sorry if it's glaring, I do apologise. But you're going to go from this corner, where the little tab is, to that little score line at the 2 inch, at the 1 inch mark, making sure your ruler doesn't move. And I like to go over this a couple of times. And I'll show you on the reverse side in a moment because of the glare. I do apologise. So hold it tight, score back down to that other the 4 inch score line in the centre, but only go to the score line, don't go past. And again, from here to that corner score line, and you need to score these this way, so when you bend them round, you've got the crispest corners ever. And again, from this point to the very end of that last score line. I will turn it over and show you. Perfect. I'll put the stylus away now. They're just so quick and simple. So let me fold gently. You can see my from corner to there, there to there, there to there, there to there. Right, scissors next. You need to cut. Take this little notch out and snip up and remove this piece. And same on the other side, notch and snip up. So, and then we're going to snip up this one just to that score line. Perfect. And we're going to turn around and cut up 1, 2, 3 up to the score line only. Lola will think she's getting a present then, see. That's the only 2 bits you're going to cut off. Now we're going to fetch your bone folder in and we're going to start to score. You need to score these inwards, all the flaps inwards, and their diagonals outwards. I'll show you now. So we're going to score these little flaps as well. You know, you get your designer series papers, you have a play, and then you think you've had too much of a play with it, you put it away, and then you realise, oh my gosh, I've got this beautiful paper still sitting in my drawer, and I can use it for this wonderful project. We all go crazy when all the new stuff comes out. And we're going to fold up this score line as well. And then play with it for ages, for a little while, and then we pop it away because the new stuff's come out. And you forget you've got this beautiful, beautiful paper. Absolutely stunning. So there's my flaps and folds. Now we're going to turn this over, and you're going to turn, you've got it corner to corner, perfect. And you're going to reinforce these score lines. Look how clean and crisp that corner is. Isn't that wonderful? No cracking, no breaking down. And we're going to do the same on this side. Whoops, when I can find, there it is. Clean and crisp. And this project, you could pop these out. They're just so quick to make. Absolutely wonderful. And what a beautiful way to give money without them realising they're getting money. Isn't that wonderful? That's beautiful. Now we're going to repeat on this side. You wouldn't suspect money wallet in there, would you? You'd think you were getting a little gift. Instead, you're having loads of money instead. And I'm just going to grab my score line. Then keep moving. And again, we're going to score and burnish that line. Oh, this is just amazing. Beautiful little project. Fabulous. So we're going to add, I'm going to add tear and tape down my flap now. Because my tear and tape isn't as wide enough for two pieces. Because I want this box to stay well and truly closed, I'm putting this right on along the edge without going over. Sticky stuff. And I've got this 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape as well. I've had this, I think it was from Hobbycraft, because I wanted something which is a little bit, well, it's the same stuff as the red stuff we used to have, but thinner. It's only 1/8, and I love things like that. And I want glue everywhere on the enclosure so it's not coming open. And peel off the backings. And we're going to fold on the 4-inch score line. Oh, that's one thing I didn't do. Let me just do that quickly. Finish my score line now. And now we're going to close this, making sure each end is perfectly matched. And that's why I like the tear and tape. And even squash it down if you want to. Try not to disturb those lines. Perfect. So you can see this already coming together. Now I've still got my Project Live corner rounder. So I'm just going to snip off these corners. You can use your envelope punch board or your gift box punch board. I believe it's on there as well, which I don't have. Get rid of these bits. Look, you can see that's how it's going to stay closed. Isn't that wonderful? Now with the bottom, you can use glue, Tombow, you can use tear and tape, fast fuse. It's entirely up to you. It's entirely up. You may get a little bit of that overhang. Don't worry about that because we didn't mite at any of the ends. In fact, we could mite a minimal. Just, I mean, a fraction. Nothing on the two pieces that are going to be on the outside. Minimal look. Just so you get no overhang. These two are going on the inside. So look, see how it neatens the bottom of your box up. So I'm going to add I'm going to add tear and tape, I think. I did on the other one, I shall do it on this one. I'm just going to put a little bit towards the middle and a little bit to the outside. And I'm thinking, would my husband like ribbon round his? I don't think we'll bother with his ribbon. Bless. Some guys like ribbon, some guys not fussed. My husband, I think he would look at me stupid if I put ribbon on this and say, I'm not a girl, no matter what colour the ribbon was. Bless his little soul. So, we are virtually done now. I always push down on my tape, so when it's easier then to lift off the backing. I think so, anyway. So, peel off the backing. She says, getting the knuckles in the way. And we can do the other side as well. But what a cute little box. Oh my gosh. I'm going to straighten these now. And you can square it off. Don't start sticking yet. Perfect. And then you can just sit it down, open it up, use your your bone folder. Sorry about the head. Closes that beautiful box perfectly. And there is our box. Isn't that absolutely wonderful? Love it. So now it's just a matter of attaching. I'm going to look for the seam where we joined. Look at that. Perfect. It's there. You can't even see it. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to keep this as the back of my box. And I'm going to tin this down. Just a little touch. This fits on here perfectly as well. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. Isn't that beautiful? And then my daughter can write on that later. Pop his money in there and pop it in there. And he'll think he's having a gift instead of money. He's got a bundle on his fishing stuff, so he prefers to receive money these days. So instead of gems, I've got a few of these lovely little stars that I bought over in the range. And I'm just going to add a couple of these lovely little stars on here. Maybe one more. Yeah, right there. And I think we're done. How cute is this box? And how long did it take? Like I'm saying, add ribbon if you want to add ribbon. Other decoration, it's entirely up to you. And like I'm saying, with ribbon you can still open your box. Without ribbon, it doesn't make any odds. But I love this project. Absolutely fantastic for a last minute gift idea. Or make them tiny. Do them half the size and score them at, say you did 3 by 4 and a quarter. I would score them at 2 and 4. And then 1. Well, you wouldn't do it at 1 and 3. I'd do half and then 2.5. And then go back and notch in the centres at 1.5 and 3.5, I think. Don't quote me, but that you can make them at half the size, easy. But I hope you enjoyed. Give me a thumbs up. A share would be amazing. Please don't forget to press the subscribe button as well. And the little bell straight after, that way you'll be notified of all future videos. I am going to try and get a couple of projects on and release them on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and maybe one for New Year's Eve as well, because I don't want to leave you without. I know you might be busy, but I'm sure you can get 5 minutes in somewhere. But thanks for watching. Till later. Bye. And Merry Christmas.